tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show. And you say Shot City, the tailgate show, the tailgate show, the tailgate show.
Yo, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Tailgate Show. It's B Diddy, it's Air Jer, it's 11 pass attempts and gravy, aka biscuits and gravy.
Yo, hey,
And
drop
it
that
is
beat. Drop that
double
beat.
A. What's happening, guys?
Double A in the stunner shades.
Yo, you know how I be? You know my steez.
Hey, I tried fixing my mic for you this week.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate you.
No problem, man.
My
How's
guy.
everything going, fellas? Are we
For real,
feeling
for real.
pretty good about last night's game, or what?
Oh
No.
my god.
Can I just
Wait,
set a
what?
little bit of a scene here? Like I was telling these guys before we rolled, like, man,
Last
why is
night's
it? Why does it last night's game? Why does it always have to be on a national stage? Like, why do these things, like, if it was at like 1 or noon your time, okay, like, it sucks, but it always has to be on, like, nothing else, no other games going on. Everybody's focused on this one, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, man, like, why do they have to put us in that predicament with the Packers? It's not a fucking rivalry anymore.
No, rivalry dictates another team actually is competitive and wins occasionally.
I'm just saying, put us up there with the Lions or some shit for a little bit
Well-
until we get some shine.
Yeah, I mean, I think America would have rather watched the Lions and the Commanders play, to be honest. Like,
Oof.
now America is over it. Like, they're like, it's like that, you know, it's like that Simpsons stop the fight, you know, like meme. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, he's already dead. Like, America's just like, you know what? Leave the Bears alone.
They're treating
Leave
it
the
like the
fucking
Yankees. They're
Bears
treating it
alone.
like the Yankees Red Sox. It's not that. Like, it's not.
No.
There's
But-
no
well,
back
and of
and
course,
forth,
like-
bro. Like,
Like they couldn't wait to get to the freaking Aaron Rodgers owns you crap. They got they got graphics of him. He looks like he's like sitting on Soldier Field taking a shit in it. Like, I mean,
I
come
think that
on.
big signs are hanging over that, like, owner of the
Yeah.
Bears certificates. Like, it's getting.
I mean, you know, it's fine. Like
Can
they
we talk
do.
about that sign though? How it said DUH instead of DA.
That was on purpose.
Yeah,
I know, but it was just it
That's
was
an
so
attempted
bad.
thing. It's so corny. Like
was
Green
bad.
Bay is so corny. Like, I mean, no matter what, they're a better football franchise. They have better quarterback, all that shit. They are fucking corny as
Oh, and their
fuck.
fan, yeah, their
Everything
fan
they
base.
do is fucking corny. Sitting there on those fucking bench seats that they have to buy those little back things for. Like, are you
I
kidding
kind of
me?
like that. Not gonna
Oh,
lie.
shut the fuck up. That's trash. That is such corny
I kind of like
trash.
that.
Like, come on.
Dude,
You
imagine that.
like,
Imagine
you
that in
imagine paying
December.
hundreds of dollars for a game, and you got to cart this little fucking folding seat in.
Dude, I went to a UConn game later in the season, and they have metal benches there, bro. It sucks. I had like 2
Of
layers
course.
on.
When you're winning though, you care less about those.
Of
things.
course, but it goes back to my original point, which is that those Green Bay fans are corny as fuck.
True.
Like, I mean,
Correct.
seriously. Like, I'll take you know, any other fan base over.
It's
those
a museum to them. It's not. It's like, yeah, let me go to the stadium.
It's not
now.
Soldier Field.
I hate to
What
say
I
it,
think
but-
is-
but Lambeau's way more iconic.
It's
than
like they
Soldier Field.
fucking modernized it, but didn't. Like, how did you not put seats in? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't
They
They,
know.
don't have
they
to.
didn't sell enough pieces of paper.
I mean, whatever. They, like I said, they have a better team. I'm sure the stadium experience is cool. Those people are corny as fuck. That's my overarching statement. And I'm not wrong.
It's more authentic with the metal seat.
Yeah, it's, you know, I don't know, whatever. They think they own the team too. But all that to be said, that once again, It is like deja vu all over again. Sunday night rolls along. At least it was not Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth recycling.
Your lead-in is way better than mine. My bad.
The same fucking dry ass shit. Like Michaels and Collinsworth were so they were out of things to talk about with the Bears and Packers.
And that's another thing. You add Collinsworth into it. It just like adds another layer of shit.
Right. But Michaels always had to, go with these like trying to either be super funny or like wax poetic. Tirico's just there to do the game.
Yeah,
right.
Like he mentions little bits and pieces here and there, but he doesn't get, like nobody got Collinsworth on his bullshit like Al Michaels would. So it's like it's just such a familiar feeling. That's the hardest part about these games is it's like an old pair of wet jeans that we just decide to put on and sit in for 3 hours. It's uncomfortable.
Prior
But the
to
water, it's not water.
What an
prior
analogy.
to Gruden's stupidity, prior to that whole freaking shit that got him fired, like when he was on Monday night, like I'd much rather listen to somebody like that than freaking Collinsworth.
Yeah.
And I got annoyed with him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I wish they had got rid of him too. But anyway, we're just tired of losing, and that's what Sunday night is when it's Bears Packers or Sunday night in general. I mean, national television
or
games have
just
not been
Sunday
good
in
to the
general.
Bears.
What about that first drive, the first
7-0.
quarter, the first drive, man?
Yeah.
I was like hopeful. The offensive line took over. They looked good early. We're getting pushed. And then it's like the team just goes away from it.
Oh,
But I feel like that happens in almost every Packers game too. It's like
is dark.
They play, it's like they play fucking rope-a-dope with us in every game. Like it's like even worse because we always get this sense of hope at some point during every one of these games, no matter how dominant it is, the beat down is.
Like Nagy's
At some
first
point,
game.
we think that the Bears are going to win, no matter what. Like, and sure, a lot of them have actually been close. There haven't actually been that many blowouts, but it always feels like a blowout when it's over.
So, Jared, what did you see in that first drive that got you so excited, man?
The offensive line was pretty dominant up front. You were getting plenty of alleys to run with. David Montgomery was doing David Montgomery things. So was Khalil Herbert. Looked way better than the offensive line looked against San Francisco. I mean, I thought, damn, there's something you can build on. You got full-fledged fucking alleys to run on. And then the second drive, it stalls and it all goes to shit.
My brother sent me a text. Like, he was like, the big eye emoji. He's like, oh, okay, the Bears. I was like, yeah, okay. I was just like, I'm like, wait for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, and unfortunately, it is always just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, because even when they're hanging with him, you're just waiting for Rodgers to pull some fucking unreal shenanigans out of his ass.
They
It
kept
sucks,
us in
man.
the game. He didn't have a great game. I mean,
No, he didn't.
that's
You
why I'm
didn't
like,
have to.
no, but I think what makes it a little more salty is I feel like the Bears thought that this was a winnable game. They really thought that it was a beatable Packers team, and
Which
it
is
all
insane.
goes south for some
Which is
reason.
insane, by the way. Like
they didn't think
Is
that.
it really though?
a
They
team
didn't
with
think
15 rookies or whatever the fuck is gonna have this grand theory about how this is a beatable Packers team.
Yeah.
Man,
like, you got two
didn't
rookies
think
in the
that.
defensive back against Rodgers.
they don't know
with
any fucking better. They just don't know any better.
I
They're
think AA said
moving
it best
their-
in the chat, though.
they're
It's
believing
the most
their
beatable Packers team in the last 10 years, but that's for other teams that resemble an actual NFL franchise, not for us.
I mean, I'm just saying, like they put on a
Dude,
clinic.
This
They
is
put
a
on a
new
two-back-
defense with a lot of new faces, man.
Yeah,
Rodgers is this is a best case scenario.
Well,
for
there's
Rodgers
one
to get right.
familiar face that wasn't anywhere to be seen.
I'm just saying, you want to test your defense for a bunch of new guys and some rookies. Go up against Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro. They got fucking worked.
Boy, Kyler Gordon got worked.
they put a
They got-
clinic on. The Packers put a damn clinic on running two back, like
Jay.
misdirection.
It's a rookie versus Aaron Rodgers, bro.
I know. I know.
Hopefully he gets better
You-
from it,
I hope.
because
God,
not a lot of people can do what this asshole does. I fucking hate him.
I mean, but we'll see
just,
because
like-
here's going to be the real test. I'll give Kyler Gordon the rookie versus Aaron Rodgers pass, I guess. But if he does, when he gets targeted again, because now has seen the book on him.
Tapes out.
So now, now they've got tape on him because they didn't have anything from the rain game that's not usable. So
They got film on him. Just to clarify.
Not to mention Jalen Johnson's been
film.
playing so fucking well, so naturally you're going to go opposite of Jalen and target Kyler.
Right. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just
Jalen
natural.
Johnson's yet to be targeted. Jalen Johnson's yet to be targeted in 2 games.
Yeah, he's
That's pretty
playing pretty
impressive.
well. I mean, he's amongst a couple players on the defense that are playing pretty well. I mean, I just feel like we got bamboozled again.
We're not going spot for spot with this game. So like the second half, I'm not jumping ahead too far. Defense only gave up 3 points, right?
Yeah.
So at least we're seeing that they made adjustments.
They kept them in the game. It's the 12th. Where the Bears are the 12th ranked scoring defense in the league. This is not a bad defense.
Nope.
Sure, the rain game.
Boy, the running game, the run defense is suspect.
But the run defense is very porous. And not to be like I told you so, but I thought that in the preseason. I looked at that defensive line and I was like, who are people seeing here that are doing anything? This fucking stupid love of Tonga because he's got a nickname and they saw a video about him.
Yeah, if you're not getting pressure with your front four and consistently in cover 2, this is what happens to you in the run game because you're trying to keep everything in front of you behind the line. You're given space.
And they attacked the edges to Kyler Gordon, and he could not hold the edge, and he could not make the tackle.
No, his tackling and run support was pretty rough.
Both the whole team.
But that's what happens. Like, listen, when we say shit like that, and
I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but a rookie against Rodgers. Sorry, man. Like that's what this was.
Is Rodgers running the football?
Here's when you know that you lost the game, when we're talking about missed tackles in the second level. Multiple missed. I mean, we're talking about.
He's actually first level.
Jared, those aren't two small backs coming at you, bro. Those are 2 freaking big backs,
right?
Dude.
Like Kyler Gordon's
NFL,
like a little
everybody's big.
Dude,
yeah,
Dylan,
AJ Dillon's a load, though, man.
Everybody is not
Dylan's
big.
like 250, isn't he?
Dylan's bigger than a linebacker.
He's like a Brandon Jacobs kind of motherfucker.
Linebackers are like 210 in this game right now, like 215 and shit.
I'm not saying he played like shit, but I'm just saying he's a rookie, bro. Like he was going up against a pretty damn hard challenge. I don't like giving them credit, but damn, like it sucks. But I'm not upset with a rookie. If that was Eddie or something, I'd be fucking pissed.
And he jukes you out of your jock.
Aaron Jones is pretty fucking good, Jer.
Yeah, but Kyler Gordon is supposed to be pretty good too. You got him one-on-one. You got to make the tackle.
This is the best running back duo in football. Period. They're the best running back duo in football. We're acting like there's some slouches.
You're asking him to be Mike Brown on these dudes, man.
I'm asking him to make.
That's a lot for a rookie.
Matt LaFleur put on a clinic, and we heard Justin say, "Well." And Luke said we were going to run the ball down their throat.
The thing that sucks is these backs are having more success now. These bigger motherfuckers is because you can't hit them like you used to. You used to be able to take a bigger dude and like take his legs out, and like you can't. You got to be careful how you're hitting a guy that's come that big. Like,
well, yeah, we got flagged for that immediately. Vildor got the
top block flag. Speaking of guys that are
he got flagged for tripping, like almost blocking though.
Yeah,
which was weird. He was trying to actually get around the guy to try to make a play.
And then what about
the low block?
Yeah, they called a low block on him.
That's a terrible call. That was like some sort of infomercial that the game tried to do on that penalty.
Bad. He was trying to make a play.
In Jared's defense, Aaron Jones had not had a 100-yard game since week 5 of last year.
Thank you.
Wasn't he hurt?
Yeah, he was hurt.
Like for 3 games, that's all he missed.
So you're trying to argue that Aaron Jones is not that good? Is that what just happened?
I don't think I'm not arguing that he's not that good. I'm just saying it's not like he's been dominant here the last 15 plus some odd games, and all of a sudden
I was
he's
supposed to
He asked the DB to do his job. Holy shit.
Dude,
make a tackle.
The
You're an
Packers
NFL
have
player
pretty much
too.
told you how they feel about Aaron Jones by featuring A.J. Dillon even more. Halfway through last
because
year.
it's strategy. I mean, LaFleur is like putting on a clinic.
How crazy of me to think a DB would want to make a tackle. God, sorry, my bad.
No,
My bad.
that's not what I'm saying. But I'm the one that's saying Aaron Jones is pretty fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, no, he's
I don't
good. I'm not
disagree.
arguing that he's bad. I'm just saying I don't think he's a.
You're telling me if you watch though, like on a couple of the plays, Rodgers fakes him out of his spot. So you're telling me Rodgers doesn't work with the run game? He absolutely does. He
definitely does.
plays he'll play.
I'm mentally recalling it's like a lead left, and the tackle comes in and hits the linebacker, and it's Aaron Jones and it's Kyler Gordon, and Jones does a little move to the right, and Gordon's in fucking cement and doesn't move, and he's gone.
I mean, he's a rookie. You expect him to struggle. He's not going to play well all year long. I can give him a pass on this past week.
Listen. He got targeted and picked apart by a fucking,
18 times he was gave up 10 catches.
Yes, because he was basically circled in red ink.
This is so important to Jared that we haven't really talked about fields yet. But go ahead.
They had a hell of a pass breakup in the end zone on that first drive. Granted,
he got torched.
Yes, he got torched, but he recovered and still made a hell of a play on the ball.
Look, Bears fans, what can we deal with? We can deal with shitty offense. When the defense
We're definitely
sucks,
the only.
per the words of AA, when the defense sucks, Bears fans lose their fucking minds.
You know what though, and I think that like we're probably the only podcast to really get deep dive into freaking our defensive backs before even talking about Justin.
Defensive backs, linebackers, fucking where's Roquan Smith?
We just want to push it off, but I think that's why Ryan Poles
and Morrow, they use their speed against them. Like they had such a good scheme and such good play calling. The way that they were calling things and running things and the misdirection and then a little slant here. I mean, they just had them on their heels, and then they would just go the opposite way of the flow every time. And half the time it felt like Morrow and Roquan weren't even in the screen until the end. They come like racing in, to swarm to the ball. But it's like, dude, where the fuck were you?
But they're playing against the Hall of Fame quarterback who's still playing at a Hall of Fame level.
Well, Diddy said it too earlier in the day about the defensive line's not giving them lanes to be cleared on. You're not getting doubled. Blackson's not doing anything. Justin Jones had a pretty not a great day.
And
Al-Qadim Muhammad didn't have a good game.
About Ryan Poles trying to give Larry O that fat contract because I think he even saw the defensive line was going to be a problem.
They knew, of course.
And the three technique is crucial in that defense.
We knew, guys. That's the thing. Like, it sucked because it was so fun to watch the game the week before. The slip and slide, the celebration. Bears are back, baby. We all drank the juice a little bit.
Yeah, AA got me all juiced.
All right, okay, but we knew what we were coming into this season, man. We knew these games were gonna happen. It just sucks because it was like, oh shit, we got a little bit excited. We didn't expect that. You know what I mean? They got us for a minute.
Never again.
As fast as 58 is, he does look. Somebody said he looks
never
bigger.
Again.
He looks heavier.
He looks
I'm
heavier,
not getting
right?
fooled again. I'm not letting these fucking charlatans.
It's every first game again. Something good like that. It just gets you hyped. You've been waiting so long for it. It's human nature, bro.
It's overreaction.
What was unexpected? The San Francisco game was an unexpected win.
God did that shit, bro.
If they beat the Texans next week, they're 2-1. We're all back on board the hype train.
So remember this. Remember when I said,
isn't that like a historic reign in Chicago? Like
we were talking about that game, the rain game, and I said, what if they had done this offensive performance in perfect weather?
Yeah.
Well,
and then they went out and did it.
We got our wish.
without a couple wonky plays.
Run. I just think the run blocking's there. The pass protection's just terrible. Larry Borum got walked back repeatedly.
You realize these are the same people responsible for both blocking, right? Like you
Yeah,
want to
it's
give the
weird.
run blocking a different like credit, like it's its own team. That's
It's
the
a
same
different
fucking
skill
team.
set.
It's
Yeah,
a different
realize
It's a
that.
different mindset, and it's easier to pull off.
I agree, but I'm also saying like I'm not going to give the same player credit for excelling in one thing and absolutely failing in another. You failed. They have to do both.
sure.
Why is
So-
Lucas Patrick at right guard on that 4th and goal shotgun draw?
They want Lucas Patrick to play because he's the honorary captain, and they
Yeah, but
spent all
with a
this
club
money
on his
on him.
arm and you need that push, don't you think Tevin Jenkins is a better option on that specific
I
role?
thought Tevin played pretty well.
Made no
He
sense.
was barely in there though. I feel like I don't know the snap count, but it felt like Tevin was barely in there.
I agree.
BK brought up the linebackers, and man, in the cover 2 though, if your fronts aren't doing what they're supposed to do and keeping people off your linebackers, you're fucked.
Tell that to Jack Sanborn. Needs playing time.
Well, and they were just they were in the second level so quick.
Yeah.
That
You have
one-
to keep your backers a little bit clean.
True.
in the
That
cover
one
2.
screen where the Packers O-line just completely whiffed every bear and went out and set up that screen just fucking perfectly. The
Yeah.
2nd and 28,
Yeah.
Oh, that was
and then you give up 20 yards, and it's 3rd and 8, and then you give up the first down.
brutal.
I mean, what a
To a rookie, by the way, on that 20-yarder.
brutal Dobbs. Like who?
Right.
That shit always happens though.
Always. and then a little peppering of Randall Cobb just because it fucking stings.
Yeah, he can only last like 2 games a year. It had to be this one. You know,
A
He
it's
made,
little
gotta
he
be
made
one of them.
peppering of
Sammy
knife
Watkins
twist.
look relevant again. He almost had 100 yards.
Bro, I had like visions of Dorsey Levens. and
Ooh,
shit.
Dorsey was nasty.
Like those running backs were in a zone, dude. They were just like whatever they want to do, they can do. They threw in that little reverse to Christian Watson, which like okay.
He got rocked. Eddie
He did.
came up and smacked him.
Eddie.
Watson also fucked up on one of the.
Eddie's still shoulder tackling.
Rodgers.
Eddie's at least getting his nose in there and hitting, but he's shoulder tackling like crazy.
Well, no. Well, at least he was
At
tackling.
least he's in there.
He used to be able to stick dudes when he was at Bama.
He keeps his arms tucked. He will not extend his arms at all. I don't know why.
It's a business decision. He's
I
prime
can't
time.
criticize Eddie these 2 weeks. He's actually played well.
Just playing better than shitty is not like something to get a
But
medal
he,
for.
you can also get you can also get fucking injured.
Playing better.
I ain't giving him a
laying
purple
somebody out.
heart here, man.
I'm just saying you're only saying that he's playing good because he.
I'm
Because
trying
we-
to reach for a fucking positive when there's very few right now.
Well,
think
okay,
I
give me
think-
another one.
I think Brisker's
Trenton
the
Gill.
perfect compliment for Eddie. I think Eddie has played well.
Yeah, I agree. Trenton Gill, man, real weapon, real punting.
Gibson
really well.
showed up. Gibson
Yeah.
showed up, had 2 sacks.
Except on the
Why,
run.
why are we avoiding Fields?
It's on the run because
Trying
it's
to push
coming.
it off as
I don't-
long as we can.
'cause I
It's
don't want to feel that.
All right.
now.
So the
ready?
big part of it, all right, most important position on the field.
Who? Trenton Gill?
One Justin Fields, boys.
All right, so can I get my thing out of the way here first?
Go ahead. 11 pass attempts and gravy. Go.
There it is. 11 pass attempts. How are we even? Okay, you need him to develop and progress. I don't see where giving him 11 pass attempts is going to ever develop anything there. At some point, you're going to have to let him loose. And if it's bad, it's bad, and so be it. But 11 pass attempts, you're running in place. You
And I
might as
think-
well put Trevor in at that point.
I agree with what you're saying. I think Getsy actually pulled a Nagy in this instance, though, and he was trying so hard to force a play action game that the run wasn't getting established. But I think he felt the only way to get Justin going was play action. But he stuck to it so stubbornly that there was very limited chances to even do it. Freaking, you put Justin in positions to pass on 3rd and long, like. It just wasn't a well called game either. Justin did not
Agreed.
play well. I'm sorry, Biscuits. Go ahead.
No, keep going. You're hitting the points. I agree.
No, but it's you were kind of starting it off.
This is a group effort. No, I mean, I think it's look, the line played bad. The wide receivers aren't getting separation. The play calling wasn't good. Justin wasn't very good. You know, Jer sent that one play in the thread where St. Brown's supposed to run that curl, and if he sees a certain look, he takes it for a go route. He throws his hand up, and it was there. You know, the safety flips his hips.
It was there early.
It was there, and I
Justin,
think he saw that safety flip, but he still had the time to make that throw, and he just hesitated, and it was too late. You know, those are, he's not blameless. You know, taking those deep drops when your tackles are getting beat around the edges. And granted, yeah, Mustapher and Patrick are getting blown up in the middle, but you can't drop back 10 yards.
So this is an interesting thing that I think, I don't know if I've heard that many people talk about it, and they've mentioned it, but I don't know if they're mentioning it in this context now that we've seen this, is like, they told him, and this has been drilled into him, that like the offensive version of hits principle is all about taking care of the ball. And they've definitely told him that he is not supposed to be a home run hitter.
Yes.
They have told him to take what the defense gives him and check down, live to fight again, get just, you know, get in third and manageable.
Oh,
they're
damn, man.
kind of like neutering him.
You saved this. You're throwing a curveball.
In his, you know, in his like development a little bit, because they're telling him now do something different. So what does he trust? What does Justin do that he trusts right now? And
well, I'll tell you this.
There's much, and so it's just kind of leaving you with, you know, there's just no confidence there. He has no confidence in his ability to throw.
That's
he has no confidence that people are going to be where they're going to be. He has no confidence in his protection, which he should not.
So,
and the only thing he has confidence in is if he breaks contain and starts rolling.
Sounds like
thinks he can make. It sounds just like fucking Mitch.
It sounds like this is the wrong system for Justin, and that's really fucked up if that's the case. Because if you're not making, if you're not coming in here to coach to your players' strengths, and your freaking quarterback isn't comfortable in your system, it's not the right fucking system.
It's the wrong players.
That's a good point.
It's not. No, it's not supposed to be the wrong players though. They pitched to us that they came here to coach to the fucking talent. If it's not the right players, they're not doing their fucking job.
Maybe they did.
But at some point, the talent level is part of it,
bro. But it was coaching to your players' strengths. If your players aren't fitting into what you're doing right now, you're not fucking doing that.
Well, I mean,
dumb shit down.
Listen, I think Diddy's right. I mean, look at Jalen Hurts tonight and how many power design runs they had with him. Why aren't we doing more of that? What was there, 2 design runs all night?
And I'm not saying. Let me rephrase here. I'm not saying it's not dumb to run it's simplify the freaking offense. So he doesn't. So he can play more reactionary. He's an athlete,
they are
man.
Simplifying it. I think all they're doing is running the ball. They are telling us what they think of him based on their game plan.
On that pass,
his development.
Then don't
on the pass where Equanimous is wide open. What did I tell you, Biscuits? Look at his feet. He saw it. He was there, he came off of it because he saw that. He saw the safety turn, and he was scared to throw the pick.
He's fighting. Fighting himself. He's fighting the lack of confidence with where people are, and
I think we can say that comfortably that I don't know if it's a lack. It's not a lack of vision with him. He can see it.
He can see it. He's late. He doesn't anticipate it.
Right.
And
then we don't have the QB whisperer. We don't have the new QB whisperer we thought we did.
What?
We don't have the new QB whisperer we thought we did.
No.
Have you ever had one?
I mean, there's some things that he is just not seeing, though. That one RPO, the edge does not crash. The edge actually takes 2 steps backwards, and instead of handing the ball off, he takes it.
Yeah. No, he's all over the place. Let me just say that the throwing the ball 2 yards down the line of scrimmage is fucking embarrassing. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen a Bears quarterback do, and it just because it like looked cool is the only thing that sort of saved it when he threw like a 5-mile high pass that actually was caught, but the guy had to jump like super high to get it. Like it's just so embarrassing. Like he wasn't even close to the line of scrimmage. Like I was like, what do you think this
we
is?
would have ripped Mitch for that one.
Oh yeah.
And I hope somebody is ripping him. I mean, I've heard sports radio
That's the
all
thing
day
that
today.
sucks. That thing's
He's
that,
getting
that's
ripped on sports radio. I don't know what Twitter is doing because I don't fucking care.
If you had a solid O line right now, though, it would help a fucking lot, dude. Because
Yeah,
his skill set isn't exactly all system fit.
And
You have to
what
cater shit
sucks-
to a guy like him. Like,
What sucks, and this is part of the reason why I think Lucas Patrick is out there, is because they liked the relationship that was building between the two of those guys at center, and then it got totally ruined. And he's back to Mustafa, who he does not trust.
he's getting pushed around.
Nor
Would you
should
trust
he.
him?
Nor should he. He should not trust Mustafa. Everybody loves Mustafa for some reason. Like he,
Because
he, like,
Olin said
I don't
so.
know what he does. Like
If he's
Mustafa
available.
makes everybody pancakes or something. Like it's
Well,
like,
Olin also told us James Daniels had elite talent.
yeah. How's that going? Yeah. Like I don't think the Pittsburgh offense looks too exciting.
No, he's not a scout. He's a coach. He coaches guys up
well,
now.
no, more than anything, he's a coach for hire.
Right.
Mustafa is his client.
He's a personal trainer, right?
Yeah, Mustafa is his client. It's like if that Dr. Tal Reicher, was like, hyping guys up.
If Mustafa isn't succeeding, either is he.
Exactly.
It's his brand on the line.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever. The O line, I just can't. Like I said, Jerry, I can't give them credit on the one side while we realize how bad they were on the other
Overall,
side.
no, but I can just say that the Bears have the ability to run the football, and they have the ability to run it very effectively.
But
But you can't.
who cares?
I'm sorry,
What
man.
good does that do them?
They were running when the Packers were like, shit, all right, you take
How's
some
it
time off the
working out for
clock.
the
Like,
Titans?
the real spurt of running came when like the Packers were probably like, oh yeah, just keep running. Like,
Adrian Amos said that they were shocked at how little they threw it. He was like, he's like, we knew we were giving up big plays in the run game at times, but they were running out the clock. They were like, fine, run it all you fucking want. Once they had the lead. And it got a little sweaty for them. But when Justin did not get in the end zone, okay, he did not get in the end zone. Number one, the playing the goal line rule is the biggest thing in football.
I'm so tired of the talking about the refs, even if they're wrong. So I'm not going to get too deep into it with you.
Can I just
but like
go on
that's
I go on
questionable.
one little mini rant about the goal line rule? It is so stupid. Like the idea that a touchdown can in a game like football can be decided by the nose of the football crossing the front of the plane of the goal line. What the fuck? That's not football.
All you have to do is wave the ball over.
The guy should be able to should have to get into the end zone, just like if he was a catch. Like, imagine if
Even on safety, you have to get the whole ball out of the end zone.
They want scoring up, bro. They want scoring up. That's scoring fantasy football. It's like, come on, you're not getting what you want. I understand what you're saying, but they're not going to make it more difficult.
I hate that rule. I hate that fucking rule. How many times do we see these terrible replay?
You don't like
television,
the old
and
NFL
it's
films
bad
videos of Walter Payton jumping over a pile of
Well,
men battling
gets
on
all
a
the way to the
Sunday,
end
bro.
zone.
Are you kidding me?
He gets all the way
Knock
to
it
the end
off.
zone.
Have definitive
Knock it
visual
off.
evidence, except for a picture that they circled the ball on the player across the goal line.
All I know,
Bro, Payton jumping the pile is iconic.
I didn't think there was definitive evidence.
let me tell you what.
I'm talking about the goal line stances. Walter used to jump over motherfuckers on those. Like it was
You
like
can't do that shit hardly
it was
anymore.
dope though. Like
All that to say,
good old days, man.
this was just to circle back around to today and Justin. This was absolutely shattering to any type of hope that I was developing for this kid. This really, really, really has shaken any type of belief that I was starting to have again in this kid. The stats just, they tell the story of what is happening, and he is having
not good.
He is having like a historically horrible quarterback season right now. He's trending to throw for like 1,100 yards. Like
Jesus.
this is like every time we think we've seen rock bottom in quarterbacking for this team, we just keep digging down lower.
It's his
Brad
12th.
Biggs tweet. You ready?
Nah.
Bears have attempted 28 passes through the first 2 games. Only other instances the Super Bowl era of 28 or less pass attempts through 2 weeks. The 78 Packers with 24, the 73 Rams with 25, the 72 Bears with 27, the 69 Falcons with 27,
We would be on that.
and the 67 Bears.
Of course, we're on there
Twice!
twice.
3
Only
times.
the Bears.
Bro, hey, you called this though. You said they're gonna run this season.
But dude, this is like taking it to another level. Like you don't have to go into the dungeon and whip yourself like
Dude.
this.
It's crazy. 41. They got 41 snaps yesterday. Yeah, 41, right?
Yeah, 41.
They had 41 offensive snaps. You
That's
know
it.
it was bad when you have 41
Dolphins had-
offensive snaps.
40 in the fourth quarter. I think. Did I hear that right?
Green Bay?
No,
No,
the
the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins, bro.
Yeah, well, that
Mike
was crazy.
McDaniel pack.
Fucking Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
I'm
Of course,
I'm
they also have
jealous.
Tyreek Hill, James
I'm-
Waddle,
Yeah, he's about to take
Receivers
his
matter,
take
huh?
his skill set to South Beach.
Mike
I'm about to be a
Gesicki,
Dolph fan.
who doesn't have stone hands like Cole Kmet.
I'm taking my talent. I'm taking my talents to South Beach. I mean, hey,
Matt,
Pause. Cole Kmet
get him.
sucks. Is not
Get
a
him.
good. He is a fucking stiff.
I have a rebuttal.
He is a fucking stiff. He does not do anything that looks like a football tight end with any sort of ability that is plus. He looks like a large refrigerator that has been left on the side of the road and people have to walk around at times. Like
I mean, Jared,
Yes.
what's Indiana's tight end doing in the league
Bad.
right now?
Cole Kmet, I don't know how he got those
So
stats.
they're on the
last year.
same fucking stat line.
Like I think somebody wrote those stats in like
Touche.
Wikipedia because I don't remember all those catches. Do you?
I don't know.
I don't think they happened because this motherfucker is not an NFL tight end currently.
Ugh. Yeah. He's a guy
Anyone
that really
think he
needed to
is?
take a step forward with how bad the wide receiver core. It really did.
Did he,
On
Rebuttal?
a normal team, that would mean that your ascending tight end has more opportunities and therefore,
He's so
connect-
cranky because he's more pissed off that he got excited than he is about this game.
Yes, of course I am. I'm fucking tired of getting bamboozled. I'm tired of getting lied
bro.
to.
You were led astray.
No, but you did it to yourself. You're like, I'm not getting excited again. I'm not doing it. Oh, dude, that first game, the rain. It was like NFL film shit. You got all fucking jacked up.
It was
You
biblical.
sold all of us on it, man. You sold all
Soggy
of us.
loaves.
You reeled us in. You
You
reeled
guys
us in.
went willingly, my friends. You were
I'm
like,
not blaming you. What
I
I'm saying
pulled up
is
and
you,
I
you
was
did
like,
this to
"Get in.
yourself, bro.
we're going to the Super Bowl. And you're like, yeah. Motherfuckers formed
I
up
was
like
I was
Voltron,
just
bro.
sitting back like, all right, man, the crash is gonna suck, but let's go.
Y'all fucking formed up like Voltron. Don't act like you fucking didn't enjoy. You were like getting pulled. Like I was like, please, guys, believe. Fuck out of here. You love the slip and slide shit. Like, dude, motherfuckers made shirts.
I didn't buy one, bro.
But I'm saying, like, dudes, like multiple corny outlets made shirts of slip and slide Justin. Well,
Oh, T Public
you
probably
know
has
who-
like 4
who
versions,
else
bro.
slipped and slid? Darnell Mooney started the game with 1 catch for 8 yards on the season.
Yeah.
He ended the game with 2 catches for -4 yards.
I have to go back and watch
No,
L 22.
come on.
I have to go
He's got
back and
two
watch L
catches.
22.
He's
before I
got
talk
2
about this.
catches for 4 total yards.
Right.
Not negative
But,
4.
no, but what I'm saying is,
yeah, okay. I
yes,
got you.
he
lost 4
added
yards.
to his stats
Yeah.
by subtracting from them.
Did he? Do you want your
He
Cole Kmet rebuttal?
literally took a step backwards.
Bro,
How
I
often-
thought we were talking about Justin. And
How
then it went to
often
Komet.
does that happen where players literally take a statistical reversal?
We got 5 minutes into Justin.
Well, Diddy, that kind of plays into
I
that
can't do it, it
conversation with
hurts.
Justin, though.
You're trying to avoid it so bad, bro.
Who's he throwing
hurts.
to? He's throwing to a guy where he did throw it to and he dropped it because he's got stone hands. And Darnell Mooney, who cannot get off the line of scrimmage, and is getting all the attention now.
Now wait a minute. Timeout. Justin rolls out
Why
in the third
don't you
quarter
just talk instead of calling time out, Pony?
because I need to try to
His ways.
talk.
He's got his ways.
So
Don't judge
Justin
his
rolls
ways.
out. He's untouched. And he's throwing it deep on the post to the middle of the field. Where's that ball at?
Is this the Mooney one?
Yep.
Yeah,
Where's
I mean,
that ball
he
at?
had him one-on-one. Don't know if Mooney makes the catch, but he at least got to give him a fucking shot at it. That was a bad throw. It was.
It was a bad throw.
It was.
The swing pass to Mooney when Komet got absolutely destroyed by a
Was worse.
quarterback. Like, remember that?
Oh,
And
a
where was that
cornerback-
ball?
Whoa, timeout. A cornerback can do that?
That ball, touche. That ball was at his fucking ankles. That was his one catch, -4 yards, because Komet got fucking blown up,
Again, though,
and he had it thrown at his feet. And this is after they tried that swing pass to Komet, and fucking Justin like threw the most awkward flat-footed duck.
We knew what Mooney was going to be at wide receiver 1. Like, we knew he wasn't that dude yet. And it sucks because he was actually going to, I think he was going to be a top wide receiver 2.
You know,
He kind of got forced into a role he
they
shouldn't
all
have.
miss A-Rob. A-Rob was very disappointing and didn't put almost no production up last season. But he at least was a decoy. He at least was someone you had to like account for. You think motherfuckers are looking for Byron Pringle? Ain't nobody checking for Byron Pringle.
Who?
Bro.
Has that dude?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Ain't
not
nobody.
bad
And
You
and
remember?
guess
You
what?
remember how excited we were?
yet.
22.
Equinemius St. Brown is a great blocker. That's all I can say for
Bears
him.
Twitter was like,
I can't even hate on St.
dude, in the
He's the best
offseason,
receiver right now on the team, sadly.
dude.
statistically.
When we got Pringle, Twitter blew up. Like everybody knew who he was. Bro, I was like, who the fuck?
The best
Like-
thing that dude's ever done is like
Oh.
do donuts with his toddler in the car.
Do you remember how wild everybody that polls signed? We were like, yeah.
$4 million.
Whoa, we weren't saying yeah.
Yo, they paid
No,
that.
I'm talking
motherfucker.
about
At least
Bears
that's true,
Twitter.
Jared. They paid him. Equinemius St. Brown didn't make it shit, so I don't really care. Like everything he's doing, I'm fine with. Like I'm good with ESB.
Yeah, I think he's.
I mean, I think he's
already exceeded any kind of.
Where's Pettis?
True.
I mean, where was Pettis second game? MIA.
Yep.
The thing is, like, you run this much 12 personnel, you don't have any ability to scheme anything because, especially when you have your tight ends tight to the line, you're trying to run 7-man protections or 7-man blocking schemes for everything. What can you do with your pass patterns? What can you do?
Well,
so you need
that's a
guys to
criticism, though,
separate.
for Getsy through 2 weeks is your offensive line is bad, but most of your route tree combinations, the average depth of targets so downfield. Like, let's get some slants going, some shallow crossers.
Yeah, it's
Anything
weird.
besides just an outlet to Montgomery in the flats. Which
Again, we're sitting here watching an offensive coordinator who refuses to fucking throw simple slants on the hash. Like, I don't understand why every other team gets to be able to do this but us. No matter who the coordinator is, we're not allowed to throw slants.
And he came from
which
Slant
is funny.
City.
I was gonna say, which is funny because the Packers run that slants. They've killed us on that for 15 years.
But like, but here's what prevents it. Honestly, though,
Who do
is
we
they're
have
not
to
in
run
the
it?
right formations. Because who's in the slot?
Oh,
When
whoa,
you're in
whoa,
12,
Woody, what'd you say?
Who do we have to run it?
Well, there you go.
Well, right? But I'm saying is they're not even.
30-year-old rookie has soft tissue issues.
They're what the fuck?
okay,
this
well, I
motherfucker-
mean, why don't you throw Mooney in the slot?
But hey, you can't though. That's Velas' spot, bro. You didn't hear about Velas? Velas is like fucking the next big thing. He's like Debo, bro.
You know what, but no, that's not. I mean, yeah, that's
It
ridiculous.
just sucks. If fucking Velas was in, we wouldn't be talking about this shit. We would have fucking won. It's fucking bullshit, bro.
Jared just, or did he just became like an angry Canadian there? Like, hey, I don't know.
And put fucking Sanborn in. What the fuck are we doing, bro? You need
Now
somebody
we're
to get in there and
talking.
fucking bring his
Now
fucking
we're talking.
bring his
honestly,
fucking
what
lunch pail to
Biscuit
work,
said-
bro.
What Biscuit
Right.
said was true though. Like you could just put Mooney in the slot. That's not that fucking next level.
They tried that. Did
When?
they
Mooney
not?
is
Was
too.
that-
Mooney is not that dude, bro. You
No,
don't
he's
want
not
to
that
beat
dude.
him
He
up.
gives you the best shot in the
a
slot.
6-yard
right
slant.
He's
Mooney
not
can't
even
run a
that body.
6-yard
He's
slant.
not that body type, bro.
What
I
are you
don't
talking
know.
For a
about?
slot
This is how.
receiver, I think that
This is how.
his
Look
body
at
type
Cooper Cup.
almost.
Have you ever seen Cooper Cup?
I'm
That's
talking about with a young
same size
quarterback, like he's about to get cracked, bro. Like young
you
quarterbacks
throw
sometimes
a
are
quick
off
And
just a
that's
little
why you
bit,
throw a quick
That's why you throw
three-step
quick
drop
slants.
slant.
bro.
Or
Young
shallow cross
young
or something.
okay.
The problem
Young
is
quarterbacks
you're
once
getting-
in a while can get a dude killed. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
you
don't.
said it, Biscuits, in the chat. His drops are so
They
deep.
are. They are.
Like they don't have any 3-step drops. Like it's all 7-step. Like
And when they're calling
You-
7-step, a lot of times he's going like 10.
well, and yeah,
But-
because he's ready to spin
So
out.
basically, he went 13 yards. He went back 3 and went over the fucking line of scrimmage 3. Fuck.
It's just ridiculous. Like again, you have a coordinator that's in love with shotgun.
No.
Like, how are you running this much power?
You're trying to let your
Trying to run
quarterback
power
see
out of shotgun. I don't understand.
You're trying to let your quarterback see the field.
That's brutal.
But like some fans are like jumping off the cliff with the kid already, and some fans are.
Hi, I'm some fans. Hit me.
Off the cliff, bro. Like, come on.
I'm fucking pulling the chute.
Really?
BK.
I'm not getting hurt again, bro.
He's so old, he's retired.
Yeah. So
I'm not getting hurt again.
12
No,
games,
sir.
bro. 12 games.
Yeah.
Dude, you had me ready to jump off the cliff last night with you.
No wonder.
Bro, that was a lot. You gotta understand, that was the total fan not even freaking coming down, bro. It's been like almost
You had
24
me all
hours.
emotional.
Logic kicks in after a while.
You're just playing
Logic
the other
kicks
side.
in after
You know you're as fucking shooketh as we are.
I am shook to fuck, but I am not.
Yeah.
I am still in fucking full support
Hey,
and
but
don't
you
want
are
to
not-
see.
hey, but-
I am nowhere near some motherfuckers on fucking
You ain't
Twitter, which doesn't really move the fucking whole fan base. I get that, right? It's not.
You
It's
know-
not. Hey, let me just finish, man. People on Twitter are going like full on fucking
course
Mitch
they are.
hate already.
It's a
Like-
fucking,
Trubisky out the door, fucking hate.
it's a fucking social
It's-
media
It's
performance.
stupid though. Like that is
Yeah.
stupid. It's
Of
12
course
games.
it is, but it's just a social media performance.
Yeah.
I
Do
am just putting
so
up. I am walling off my heart.
I'm
I'm not
upset that
shutting Justin out so much as closing myself in. I
yeah.
cannot do this again, and I am not going to defend him. He has not earned the defense, and we shouldn't have defended Trubisky the way we did, and we did. Justin has not showed me enough for me to fucking defend him against people.
Some fans just
and I'll
want to
sit here and
dive
you'll
right
tell
in
me
no matter what.
you'll tell me the Lombardi shit that gets said, and I'm like, fuck Lombardi, and I try to,
We're still in first place, gentlemen.
because the Vikings are not who they thought they were.
He had to throw that out there.
But going to what you were sort of playing off of, AA, is at what point, and I do agree that the Mitch defense went on for way too long, but at what point, and are you even like, how do you even separate the lackluster supporting cast?
I
from
defended
him
Jay
being
for
bad?
7 seasons, bro. 7 seasons.
At
This is
this
nothing.
point
12
in
games
his-
is nothing.
At this point in his career, Mitch had done a lot more than Justin has.
But did he have more?
In
I'd say
2017, absolutely not.
So
2017,
you're talking about strictly 2017.
yeah.
Okay,
'Cause
I'd
that's
say
his
the cast.
first-
I would actually
That's
say
his
this
first
cast
12
was
games.
better from the skill position standpoint, but that offensive line in 17, while it wasn't good, is still better than this line. But he had 7 touchdowns and 7 picks. That's
How many
pretty
how many
similar to what
games?
Justin's done.
How many games did he start his rookie year?
How many?
Well,
Justin has, yes. Justin has
How many
usually-
passes?
Well,
How many
Mitch-
pass attempts did he have versus Baltimore? I'll give you a hint.
This is John Fox. Like somebody is gonna pull Eberflus's mask off, like fucking Scooby Doo, and John Fox is gonna be.
You're
in there.
right, Chair. Trubisky was only allowed to throw 5 fucking times in
5
one
times.
is that
Yeah.
And he won.
Eberflus is a fucking John Fox with a
game.
mask.
2.0.
Hold on. What year was that? That wasn't 2017 though.
They brought Fox back with a floose mask.
Yeah,
Telling
I
you,
think
bro,
it
it's
is.
Scooby-Doo shit.
2017, they played Baltimore. He was 8 for 16 for 113 yards and a touchdown. He threw it 16 times.
But there was another time where he only threw it 9 times. That was Nagy.
Sure, that was 2018, I believe.
That was
That was his
Nagy.
second year.
That
Yeah,
was
that was
Nagy.
2018. But Jared, they had the defense that could carry a quarterback throwing 5 times in a game.
Nagy
This
just
defense isn't that.
Nagy neutered him so hard. That was so wild to watch. Like, we have seen some horrifying quarterback porn.
Yes, it's easy to get fucking dark with our fucking quarterback history. It's easy to fucking
We
think
just
negatively.
keep digging deeper.
Carolina, Jared, 2017. They won the game 17-3. He was 4 for 7 for 107 yards.
There you go. I
No
had
touchdowns,
Baltimore.
no.
But at least he had 107 yards. 4 passes for 107 yards is amazing. That's over 25 yards of completion.
And we've never had the guy that we've all wanted in the draft. Like, everybody wanted him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We always get the guy we don't want. We finally got the guy we did want, and he's skilled as he's probably the most skilled all-around quarterback, athletically, arm.
Just keep digging deeper.
But going back to the question, because I want to hear all three of y'all's opinion. Like, at what point do you separate the fact that we cannot get a fair and honest evaluation of Justin because the surroundings are so bad?
I agree. We need to start seeing like 25-plus passing games.
But that means it needs to be better than this. He is playing so badly that I am definitely judging him right now.
But is he though? How do you
Yes.
judge a guy after 11 pass attempts?
Yeah, and they weren't rhythm attempts. They were
And
all
they're
they
all
were like
bad?
fucking.
Correct.
A lot of them were third and long. That's the worst fucking position to put your quarterback in. It is.
Well, you get in third and long because you can't get your guys blocked on first down.
They told us what they think of him.
But 11 passes, he completed 7 of them. On the 8th one, Komet dropped, so he's at least 8 for 11
His
realistically.
coaches
I
just told us
disagree
what
with
they
your
think of
statement.
him.
Hey, I disagree with your statement about that's not. It's also what they think of themselves. They
Yep.
came here
Right.
to make this kid work. It's
Sure.
actually an indictment on them. They're not doing their fucking job if they feel this way.
They can always blame the
It's-
previous regime.
But why are you playing him then? If you don't trust him enough to let him throw it, then you don't play him.
I just think the game plan dictated that they were going to run the football more.
They said they were going to try. This was Getsy's strategy. They were going to go up there and ball control them, and they got bitch slapped. They got ball controlled like unbelievable.
Well, they tried to ball control him the first drive of the first quarter, and after that, when they couldn't pass block him, and then they get fucking
It reminded me.
penalized.
It wasn't. It was like when the Patriots played the Bills and they just ran on the Bills the whole time and let Mac
Like,
Jones throw.
I always hated, we ended up hating all the Nagy shit, all the plays that were complicated with a bunch of window dressing and stuff, which he basically like got rid of by the end. But whenever we would see them, like we'd get all mad. Like I would have like give me one of those. Like the creativity of the play calling in the second half and
he just wants a taste.
was horrible. Like it was just like
but
it was
last
just-
week he adjusted to the flow of the game. I don't think coming into this game running heavy was a bad approach. I would have done the same thing. But
Right.
you all cannot sit here and say watching that game that early to midway through the third quarter, you knew that by continuing to run that style of offense, you were never going to win that game. The
No.
defense was not playing.
I disagree.
Well enough to
I
allow
actually-
you to stick to that game plan.
Don't tell me that if they had scored on that stupid shotgun goal line, that all of a sudden
Changes the
would
game.
switch.
It changes
No,
the game.
fucking
No,
it
It flips
doesn't.
the
Because they
pressure
still
back
have
on
Aaron
them.
Rodgers, and they
It
could still
flips the
do
pressure
whatever they
back on the
wanted to
Packers,
do.
who turned the ball over once and tried to turn it over again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that was what the 2 times that we stopped them
Because
all game?
what happened? Because what happened after they didn't score? They
yeah,
went
Jared.
99 yards and 11 inches, or 99 yards, 2 feet and 11 inches, and fucking with ease.
Hey, I told
Hot
you not,
knife
hey,
through
I told you
butter.
not to say anything on the show.
On one pass
I'm with
play.
AA on that.
Huh?
On one
Yeah.
pass play.
They just we that would not have changed the game. It would have made it closer. It wouldn't have been such a fucking
You
drubbing.
don't know that.
They ran
do
for
know that, Bear. I've
170
seen this
some
movie
yards.
before.
Rodgers was accurate. We weren't stopping them all game.
I've seen this
outside of two
movie
drives.
before.
I mean, yeah, most likely all it would have done is made us feel a little bit better about the
Correct.
drubbing.
My
Correct.
God, we've all seen this before, and every year you try to just like fucking force yourself to believe, and it's so pathetic.
You take that
That's
touchdown
all right.
away,
I'll take
and,
my
or you
pathetic.
add that touchdown, and we still lost by double
I do it
digits.
too, Jer. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, what are we doing? Believing in this
And why
shit?
is the NFL putting this shit on national fucking
Bieber, and yes, why do we have to keep
Bro,
watching
why,
it on
bro?
these island games?
Oh,
Why? Like, can you just leave us in peace?
people don't even bother me at work anymore. I used to get my balls busted. They did. Now these
No,
are like
because-
Patriot and Giant fans, bro. And they don't even come. They don't even like. They're like, we feel they're just gonna like let him have his moment.
People now feel bad for Bears fans.
They used to bust my balls hard. Now it's just like, damn.
They're just like I can't. Like, geez, it's
And
like
we still have 2 more nationally televised games this year.
he's
to go.
already dead. Like, stop. He's already dead. Leave him alone. Don't twist a knife. He's literally dead already.
Pretty much.
We got to play primetime at home against the Commanders. That's going to be a barn burner. And then the following week we play in primetime
There's not one game.
in Gillette against the Patriots.
Oh my God, that's
Instead
gonna
of
hurt.
barn burner. Oh,
Yo, Carson Wentz is gonna fucking violate us.
what the fuck?
He's
Telling
been
you.
tearing it up for Washington.
Yeah. There's not
Yo,
one game.
hey, what?
And guess who comes to town next?
See, look, I'm just trying to make BK happy.
Read it.
BK's
Read it.
like fucking
Remember, this is a podcast, so people can't.
stands for British Knights. Oh yeah, so BK, sorry, in the chat said double A watching too much porn. You act like somebody else besides BK is listening to this shit. Like he's literally the only one.
Last week I called out Coob for not
Mhm.
listening, and
Uh-huh.
he posted on Twitter. He said I listened to every episode, so
That's cool.
there's at least 2.
We've got to.
So, although BK
And my brother is now
and Coop
listening.
might be the same person
Word, bro.
for all we know.
My brother, the Packers fan, who is so desperate for anything NFL that he's resorted listening to us.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Discovered that
They don't. He
we have
doesn't
a
like.
podcast.
He doesn't like Peter. What's his fuck?
he does not like Peter
Bukaki.
Buttplug. He does not like Aaron Nagler. His guys were Bart Winkler and the Morning Show, which is like the local Wisconsin radio show up there. And apparently the whole station fired everybody. So like
Wow.
they had Bart Winkler and a couple. I think Leroy Butler was on there.
I thought they have ESPN Wisconsin or Milwaukee.
I don't think so. Possibly.
Pretty sure
but-
they do. They used to have that.
It was
guy.
the number 1 rated sports radio station in Milwaukee, and the station, like, they all walked in there one day and they said, "Hey, we're done." And that was it.
R.I.P. Fuck him.
So he's so starved for anything podcast wise that he's like, I'm gonna listen to a Bears podcast.
Well, he's going to enjoy this one.
So he wanted me to leave y'all with a message. He said, I was told I would not fuck this up. He said, Aaron Rodgers
already
sends his regards from Little Green Bay to big old Chicago. That
Doesn't even.
And you said that shit? My
And
brother
where
tells
does
me
he
shit all the
live?
time.
Where does he live?
right
Yes.
outside of DC.
Okay, weird. Interesting.
So any Bears fans
does that even bother any of you guys? Like,
No, I
It
don't
doesn't
really
bother
care.
me
Like,
anymore. I'm
I
used to
don't
it.
like.
now.
I'm numb, bro. Like I'm numb.
sound like a freaking Hallmark card, didn't it? Like,
Yeah,
Dude, you
me.
got a Packers fan in your family too, right? Is he just as insufferable, or?
he didn't even call me or talk to me about the game.
Mm.
Yeah,
They kind of know at this point. It's not even like fun to brag about it.
Right.
yeah. It's not. It's
Yeah, my brother's
Like when we beat them, they'll be like, "Oh, way to go, guys!"
I mean, I can honestly say that at least I witnessed. I was at the game in 2018 when they won the division. That's probably going to be the highlight
And
We're
then
gonna be
Eddie
brutal.
Jackson
When we win one, we're gonna be fucking obnoxiously brutal to them. They're gonna be like
Of course,
looking at us like, why don't you win like
of course.
2?
We think that, yeah. I know.
I still have to relive the 2010 NFC Championship game like 2 to 3 times per
So-
month.
So
I blocked that out.
my older son, says to me tonight, he's like, the Bears lost, didn't they? Because I saw him in the morning. I took him to school, whatever, and then, BK's got a dozen hostages, but those are Twinkies. He's all gonna eat. That's what he calls Twinkies. BK calls Twinkies hostages. He's like, it's time for the hostages to die.
Is that some Peaky Blinder shit or what?
Yeah,
God.
you hostages, you fucked around for the last time. Anyway, what was I saying?
I'm still waiting for Jer to answer. Diddy sort of gave me an answer. You haven't given me an answer. At what point?
What is the answer?
Yo, hey, my grandma called. She wants her glasses back.
She can't have them, yo. I won them. I won this shit fair and square. She's not a very good bridge player. I just want to let you know. She talks mad yang on Facebook.
No, they're actually flashy, man.
She's gettable, bro.
I'm feeling them.
Just
because
so
of the
I'm saying.
poor surroundings.
I got the-
How long until you can say
I can't.
we can't get an evaluation on Justin?
I told you
All year?
I told you I got my evaluation. He should still look better than this.
Okay.
This is more than just his surroundings and other shit to me. I'm sorry, like it goes deeper.
I think this next game should be a pretty good evaluation.
Like if you
Against the cover 2 team.
If you are
Right,
allowed to
the
throw
Texans.
7 times, you better be 6 for motherfucking 7. If you are that dude.
He was 8
Fair
for
enough.
11.
Fair enough, but you also have to get your quarter. Even the veteran players, they need to get in a rhythm. There needs to be some kind of repetitiveness.
Receivers got to get open.
You can't.
I mean,
you can't ask him to throw twice a quarter.
His
Expect him
ball
to even.
placement sucks. Like on anything with any kind of deep post or like it's pseudo slants that they were running. His ball placement is terrible. He never throws the receivers.
I'm not worried about that.
back.
That's not a long term thing with him in my
It's
mind.
the lack of anticipation, though.
That is the thing.
Correct.
Like
Correct. But he's 8 for. But I think Diddy hit it back. Like, none of those throws were rhythm type of
I'm
throws.
gonna
And that's
correct.
important for a
Wait.
young quarterback.
yeah,
Do we have rhythm? Do we have rhythm throws?
I don't know that he does. They should have been. You said he's making 7-step drops. If that's not supposed to be a rhythm throw, then I don't know what the fuck is.
No, the 7-step drop on a deep post is not a rhythm throw.
It is when you're throwing
That's-
that depth of target.
Bro, that's Hall of Fame rhythm.
Dude, yeah, no. Again, like we go back to the whole simplifying conversation. Slants, shallow crossers, little quick
All anticipatory
extensions
throws
of the
are
running
rhythm
game.
based.
You're
You
also
understand that, right? All anticipatory throws are
But I think the
rhythm-based.
rhythm
It's
type of
footwork,
throws that
and
we're
it's
talking
throwing to a
about
spot.
are the
Simple.
shorter, more exact.
Yeah, okay,
The
but
shorter,
Well,
more
I mean,
don't act
simple.
Don't act like that. What
to
I'm
get his
saying is not
confidence
rhythm
going. You
throws.
complete
Are
4 of
his
those
rhythm
passes,
throws?
even if they're
Are-
all little short passes, he starts getting a little bit of confidence.
Are
He
his
opens it
rhythm
up.
throws those screens to the running backs on the?
It's like warm up pitches in baseball.
Correct.
Did they not try that though? And then Darnell Mooney loses 4 yards.
Jerry threw it 11 times all game. When did they try that?
The
With no-
second quarter,
Jerry, you
and they
can't
couldn't
try.
get a.
And that wasn't blocked up well at all.
Jerry,
Just
you
throwing that out
can't
there.
you can't throw the ball one time every
It's
8 minutes and be
distressing.
like, well, we tried and have that's sample size is
So
garbage.
either what we have is a quarterback who is a victim again of coaching malpractice. Is that what we're saying?
No, it's too
No,
early to tell.
no,
There's too
but
much. There's too much.
Correct.
There's too much new shit here to get a
Correct.
fair evaluation right now.
And it is
That's what was
you-
my question: is when
is,
can
yeah.
we
So-
start to leave that behind as
Devil's
hey,
advocate.
that's no longer an excuse now.
Devil's
End of this
advocate.
year,
Devil's advocate.
Diddy's right.
Or
Yes.
this is the other thing they could possibly be doing, which is not nearly as like hot takey, but they could be protecting him because they know he has nothing around him, and they're trying to to do the thing that they feel is going to be most successful for the development of the team. But to me, I think that's
a lot going on.
To me, that's a bad thought process too, because you have to evaluate him this season. He needs to be throwing the ball 20 times a game.
He needs to see those looks.
At least 20.
And you've got a new coaching staff that's still trying to feel their way through this too. If you don't see that the next game, if they're going to see what we're talking about, right? If we don't see some change the next game to complement Justin more, you know what I mean? We should be starting to see that too. Like the game plan is going to have to start changing.
Versus the Texans is pivotal.
I don't want to ride the roller coaster either, though. Like I don't want.
Oh, this year's going to be a roller coaster, bro.
You're gonna. Jared's. I don't know, Jared, if this is where you're going with it, but you're gonna see. You're gonna have to go to the short. Yeah, you're gonna have to go to the short passing game and find those shallow zones.
So we're gonna get it right against play against his practice defense, basically.
Correct.
If you can't get it right and you make a bunch of mistakes and you throw a bunch of picks, I think you can get a fair evaluation from that.
Like if you can't,
it depends on whose fault it is, Jared. What if he throws a pick with the wide receiver ran the wrong route or stopped running?
I'm just telling you, we've been on social media long enough. Stats are going to be like, people are going to eat stats up and be like, "Fuck that, he threw 4 picks."
Almost everybody can get.
It's got to be Lovey coming in against Flus though, the guy he learned it from.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Every fucking team and their quarterback, no matter how middling, is usually able to complete underneath stuff against cover 2. Like it's just part of the defense. They design
correct
completions. They design to allow short completions to induce turnovers.
Correct.
You know, like so they're depending on the discipline of what they do to keep everything in front of them, and then they're lane.
You got to tackle well,
and all that shit.
You wait for the offense.
So if Justin can't get completions against this team, it is such a red flag to me.
How many pass attempts do you want to see versus the Houston Texans?
25.
At least 20.
I'd say in between 20 25. I think that's
I want to see 30.
Look at Jerry's like, fuck it.
30.
It gives you more to evaluate.
Yeah, we just had a game where we only saw 41 plays. Now you want 30 pass attempts?
I want 30.
We only saw 41 plays, Jerry.
We want them all.
And now we want 30 pass attempts. Fucking what?
I love it, though.
Going all the way, baby.
Oh, God.
Go all the way in.
I mean, they need to. He needs to see those looks, man.
I think that's a legitimate argument. Let him try.
Let him try.
And on a positive note, though,
there's a shirt. Let him try.
I did like what Monty brought to the table.
We went from slip and slide Superman to let him try.
Superman, bro. Like Aquaman and Superman, like all together. Just like, you know what I mean? Like,
what a fucking fall.
It was like a movie poster.
Like, that's what kills me about these Green Bay games is we always somehow manage to go into them with hope for some weird reason.
Yeah, and he cracks out of his bullshit when he has to play us. It's like if he had a bad game the game before, he's just like, oh, yeah.
Of course, we were their get-right game.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait. They were like, oh, great. We just have to play the Bears at home next week. We're fine. Chill.
I told my brother that's why they held out David Bakhtiari because they're like, well, it's the Bears. We don't really need him.
Oh, yeah.
Why absolutely. You're not going to push him back against this team that they can beat with literally like nobody at offensive line. They could be like, we're choosing to not play a left tackle today.
Yeah, we'll let this guy hold today.
Can we talk about that hold that wasn't a hold that was obviously a barrel?
The refs once again are in the Packers' pockets.
Yeah, that was brutal.
As usual, the Bears get held like crazy in Lambeau.
I'm so done bitching about it. Yeah.
I'm done bitching about it too. It's ridiculous. Like it's just like a given now that the Bears defenders will never get.
I just thought it was one of those plays, you know.
And they actually got a few. It actually surprised me how many penalties the Packers were called for. Like, to be honest, the Packers did not play a particularly sound game. But what also was very distressing is that that's what we all hung our hats on, is that we now have a disciplined, team that
was disappointing.
That is
professional.
disappointing. Yeah.
That was
The
100%.
fucking false start by Ryan Griffin.
Oh, yeah, last week I commended them for getting the play call in quick and getting to the line of scrimmage, and when they do, didn't
Justin
get in,
dropped
had
the
to burn a
snap.
timeout. Yeah.
Justin
That was the
dropped
first
the
road game.
snap. Like, Justin
Loud.
did not
Good
drop
point,
a
Joe.
snap in the rain game. They had perfect center exchange in the fucking flood game, and like
You're playing on the road in a loud atmosphere. They even had issues getting the play into them.
Yeah.
Justin was nervous early. There's no doubt about it.
He's calling for the play when it's over with, bro.
Right.
The
With 8
fucking
seconds
defense
left.
stops working, and he's another complete lack of awareness on
Like
Justin's
just
part.
just call the play and
And,
go.
and I need to rewatch it because I didn't rewatch it.
But they got him that robotic that he can't think out of that.
I want to
they're
know.
calling in.
I asked you guys this, but he started running to the wrong sideline at one point during the game,
Yeah.
and he caught himself and turned around.
If the play wasn't coming in, he should have known what to call though to keep the shit moving.
Exactly. It's just not. It's bad. Like, and I'm not willing to like give them all this credit for being able to run the ball. I'm just not willing to do it because that was bad stuff.
But then you see something like that quick snap that Green Bay actually had an extra guy on the field and they were all out of sorts about it.
Yeah.
That's like holy shit. We haven't ever seen that work that well. Like
True.
so they're it's
I
not
can't take any
yesterday
moral victories from this.
sucked.
I can't take any moral victories. There's
You got
no progress
yeah, but
in
we
this
knew
game.
this was how it was going to be. You have to take those moral victories to see where this staff is going and how this team's playing, man. We knew this season was going to be like this.
A big F. Briggs gave out his grades. He was right. It was like all D's and F's.
Who?
A big fucking F.
Lance
Briggs.
Briggs?
Yeah, he does his
what do you mean
report
Briggs?
card after
Lance
every game.
Briggs. He gave him terrible
That's where
grades,
we're
which
at.
they fucking deserved.
Briggs is great.
suck.
Where we're at.
They sucked. The
Did
team
he?
sucked yesterday.
Coach of the game. Who you got?
Oh God.
David Montgomery. No question, dude. Even when the game, like, we kind of knew it was over, it was nice to watch him running hard. I know he doesn't have breakaway speed, but dude was the only like fun thing to watch about this game, in my opinion. For us, like, consistently.
He had moments. There was some exciting moments.
Both the running backs. looked
How do you
pretty
not
good.
give it to him at the goal line? He was so frothy and like fired up. That dude would have willed
Or
his way
blasting
in
game,
the end.
Correct.
bro. Blasting
How
game's
do
a
you-
house.
How do you not toss? How do you not have fullback lead toss to Montgomery? You telling me that's not a touchdown every fucking day of the week?
Well, he would have willed his way in.
Yeah, you decided to run it up Sam
From the
Mustipher and
1
Lucas
inch
Patrick's
line.
back.
They can't. That's the play you came up with. Shotgun sneak.
Run it down their throat, bro.
Behind Mustipher
Sorry.
and Lucas. No
Get
less.
please stop with that shit. That was
I would-
horrifying.
It's not the best play call. I would have liked to. If you're going to do quarterback sneak, just do quarterback
Under
sneak
center. Yes.
under center.
What about
But
handoff to
I
the
understand
fullback? Done.
somebody put some
that
out
too.
like 4th and goal out of shotgun as a 75% touchdown. whereas-
Yeah, when you have an
Under center.
offensive line that's an NFL caliber line.
But here's the thing: is that if
Mustipher trying to get a push jam.
Correct.
Here's what why wasn't
I
Tevin
don't-
Jenkins brought in as an extra tight end?
Or why wasn't Tevin Jenkins just in at right guard instead of the guy with the club on his hand?
Yeah, either
You know,
way.
here's-
I mean,
here's my problem. I don't have a problem with being in shotgun on that in that down and distance as much as
Oh.
running a sneak out of shotgun. You want to run a play out of shotgun? Fine. Let Justin speed to the edge. Let him drop all the way back, take a hitch, and then go straight forward. That's fine. You do not run a straight sneak out of shotgun because you don't even make the defense pause.
You didn't even have a throwing motion to even act like
There was
you were going
no
to possibly
fake
throw.
or misdirection to that at all. Like
Correct.
it was like, I don't know what they were doing. Like it was like a broken play.
Yeah.
Like it
I agree.
felt completely ill-conceived, ill-timed, and ill-executed. And I don't care if he almost really kind of barely made it.
Yo,
Not
hey, that was
overturned
ill,
it.
yo.
That was beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. You nailed that.
Hey, that was ill.
That was.
Ill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you said ill like 3 times.
What's
I
the
did.
time?
Yeah.
Time to get
Ill-conceived,
ill.
Oh, yeah.
something, executed something. It was nice. It was
Wait,
good. It was
I thought
poetic.
you were-
I'm actually blown away.
Roy.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, it's fucking all bad, and I'm sorry if you want to.
You don't have to go to the game.
Who's your go to the game?
It's fucking all bad.
My go to the game is Matt LaFleur.
Oh,
No, I'm serious.
Man,
This
that's so
dude, we clowned this guy when they hired him. We clowned the Packers. We're like, oh, they hired Sean McVay's fucking college roommate. We fucking were like, oh, this guy's gonna suck. He is.
He ran like the 26th ranked Titans offense. There was nothing to signal that dude was all of a
I
sudden.
know, and he shut up everyone.
Yeah.
And I know he has Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Okay, but what did Mike McCarthy do with Aaron Rodgers? Was it
Dude.
like fucking?
Matt LaFleur has the most
What are you
wins.
talking? McCarthy?
Has the most wins in this many starts to a young NFL coach's career.
I'm talking about recently, McCarthy and Rodgers. They weren't
No,
exactly.
I know.
lighting the
No,
world on
I'm
fire.
saying LaFleur has more wins than McVay in the first 3 seasons.
Yes.
He has the most.
He's
in
had
NFL
back-to-back
history.
13-win seasons. You know how hard that is to do? Not very many teams have ever done that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
we've never.
It's
done
easy when you get 3-4 wins a year, though. Too.
Can you remember the last time we had double-digit wins back to back?
I don't think it's ever
Loving-
happened.
was
Actually.
Loving?
05 and 06.
06.
Oh, okay. I think that's the only time it's ever happened, though, right?
For quite
In
some
the modern
In the
era.
90s.
Yeah.
In the modern era.
90s.
And then we got Lovey coming back on top of it all, right?
Yeah, we still need your go to the game there.
Wouldn't that be kicking the nuts, though?
Matt LaFleur.
Okay.
Biscuits.
Sorry.
Real quick, Diddy, I do want to get back to what Diddy's talking about. My go to the game is Trenton Gill.
Oh my God.
198 total punt yards, a 49.5 yard average with one down inside the 20. He was busy. He put in that work. Only
So
guy that showed
much.
up.
Mega punt kicked
Punting.
172.
He's a weapon. He's a weapon. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Had some great holds on the 2 extra points we kicked. 1 extra point. Whatever the fuck it was.
How about that bum ass receiver that we picked up from the Vikings who had that return? That was terrible.
Yeah.
Travis Gibson's mine. So there. 2 sacks.
Cool.
Great game. Good job. Stop the run. All right.
He
now
didn't
to your
stop
point.
the run though.
I know. I said stop the run.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 2 sacks, great game, stopped the run. Like I was like, who?
Jared like Thor's hammer.
Can I just? I mean, I think Al Qadim Muhammad was a no-show.
Who?
Like, I mean, I feel like Justin Jones had a little.
I had a whole list of no shows. Darnell
Black-
Mooney, where
Black-
you at,
Angelo
bro?
Blackson in his one play, and then
Blackson,
ended up
yeah,
on a
had
milk carton.
Armin Watts did he even play?
Darnell Mooney, stop eating so much Chipotle, I guess, and like I don't know what to say. Like, where's he been? We're just gonna throw a little shade.
You know what he's doing is blocking.
Him and Cole Kmet combined have 2 catches for 4
Cole
yards.
Kmet too. I didn't respond about the commit. I don't have anything to say in response, bro. I
'Cause
thought
he
he'd be
can't
much
say
better by
anything.
now.
He looks
Nope.
horrible. Like
Nope.
Shaheen, he's like Shaheen bad right now.
I don't want to go
He
there.
scored touchdowns. Then he got hurt immediately
Right.
after them. But
I mean, it's so unbelievable.
I think once again he's not being used properly, but I also don't think he's helping himself to be used properly either. So
Kyler Gordon got beat
That's
like
fair.
a drum.
Yep.
Beat like a fucking drum.
rookie
It's always
cornerback
something.
against Rodgers is like the least of my worries for some reason, though.
Okay, but because
That's
I
a
don't
good
know,
learning experience,
yeah,
guess.
learn not to fucking
Where's he
suck.
dude. He wasn't like it wasn't like Buster Screen where he was the reason we fucking lost.
I'm gonna throw shade on myself here because I actually, and I don't know whether I said it on the pod or just in our chat, but I actually shat on Kyler Murray and said that I would rather have Kyler Murray or Justin Fields than Kyler Murray, and I take that shit back. Like I take it
Yeah, you
back.
do.
Yeah, I should.
Kyler Murray is fucking like can do some shit, and he may never win anything. And I think defenses are still gonna
he's got a really good
adjust to him.
system for what he does, though. Like it should.
Right, but his improvisation is crazy. He's like Barry Sanders out there when he's scrambling around.
Who does he have? Who does he have as his wide receiver one?
AJ Green, maybe.
Right now, Rondell
Yeah,
Moore's
AJ
hurt,
Green was like
DeAndre
37 or
Hopkins
something.
suspended. Zach Ertz is really his number one target.
Yeah.
But then
Zach
they have
Ertz
the other
did a
kid who stepped in.
Shout out NFL. We had some good games minus ours.
Oh, Ravens really blew that one.
Oof.
Jesus, they blew that game.
Oh, your Sunday ticket worked, Jer?
I don't have Sunday ticket.
Oh, you don't?
No.
They messaged me on Twitter. They messaged me back.
Yeah, the boy.
Red zone.
Oh, I forgot. Jared just went off on DirecTV just because he's not even a customer.
Right.
You called him out.
The late window.
It's coming, dude.
Yeah, you pissed Juan at DirecTV off.
And then
I've
the next
still
day,
got
and then the
Juan
next day,
has still messaged me.
Yeah, but Jerry, you
Message me
pissed
again
DirecTV off so bad. The next day, they fucked the ticket for everybody.
Yeah.
You know where I'm at? I'm almost
Go
to
to
the point-
NFL Plus because that's where it'll be next year. I bet.
I'm almost to
No,
the point
Amazon.
where I'm like ready for.
Why would they Why would they let somebody else have their money?
Because Amazon has the technology to pull it off, and so does Apple. I thought those were the two last I heard that were.
I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL Plus turns out to be the.
Their app sucks, bro. They're not there. The NFL
I
app
have
is
to
fucking
agree.
horseshit.
Yeah.
Everything. Their
And
website, the fantasy app. They have
It's terrible.
shitty developers for how much money that they make.
And it's just watching shit that's already been. It's not live shit. I couldn't even
It's like-
imagine trying to do that.
Like you can't even tell if you're signed in.
No, it's a shit. It's a shit.
Like you
Terrible.
don't know if you're signed in. You just keep opening new windows and hoping that it remembers that you're signed in and that you can watch what you
Shout
want
out
to watch.
Dofu.
And you click on fucking you click on condensed game and the full one starts playing and like I mean it's just bad.
Yeah.
And apparently the all 22 version of it is just as terrible. And people are paying a bunch of money for it. Although what the fuck, Carmen was bitching about paying money for the all 22. It's like motherfucker, you're writing it off. Like
True.
those guys can write off their whole cable bill, all their shit. They can, now they work from home. They can write off everything, dude. Now they all have those little home studios. You think that's an accident?
Are
they can
not
write it
back
all
in State
off.
Street?
Hmm?
They're not back.
Well, they still go, but they
Oh.
all now have a backup home studio
Okay.
that they'll use from time to time because it's fully acceptable now, and the technology's obviously made such a huge leap. I mean, that's like the weird thing that happened from the pandemic was that podcasts and these radio shows got put on the same playing field with like the way that they were able to put out content. It's just interesting.
Wait, there are other podcasts.
I've heard that, but I don't know.
Oh,
Most of them, I think, are only allowed to be 10 minutes or something. I think that's a rule I heard. I'm not sure.
All right, so what do you guys? We're way over the 1 hour mark there. We're trying to hit tonight.
It's time to throw shade. I threw shade at myself for doubting Kyler Murray. I also want to throw some shade at John Fox in Eberflus mask. That dude looked a little out of his depth out there at times in this game, and I know it's like we don't want to look. We don't want to look and be like, the rain hid some things, I think, and he looked a little shaky, and like I don't know, like I mean I don't think he personally made a lot of bad decisions because like I don't really know what he's doing currently, like I can't really blame him. Which is an interesting place for him to be, but I'm the shine is officially off. And we're gonna see how well this hits principle in these loaf grades.
1 week,
2 games into the season.
Yeah, sorry,
shine
bro.
lasted a whole week.
Like your team got fucking. I'm sorry. Like whatever little drops in the bucket, they just got evaporated. Like I
felt like watching a movie week 1, right? It was just like Hollywood
like,
made
this
for
is
Hollywood,
our
right?
Bears doing crazy things, slip and slide. Oh my god, yes!
In the weather.
Then it's like back to the same old bullshit, same old Bears.
so my shade is to all the people and fans crying about Justin's press conference, which
Not
you
a good
guys can
point.
chime in on after this. He was asked the question, does losing to this team, does it sting more because of this rivalry and how much Bears fans want to win this game? Justin's response, which everybody is crying about, it hurts more in the locker room than for Bears fans. I mean, at the end of the day, they're not putting in any work. The players are putting in the work.
Facts.
If you're somehow crying about that, sensitive about that, and you feel devalued because you're not putting in the work as you sit on your couch and bitch and watch this team every Sunday,
From
go
the
fuck-
guy who
go fuck
wants an
yourself.
outdoor stadium, from the comfort of his South
I mean,
Carolina home.
I gotta be real. Yeah, I want the outdoor stadium. It's a meatball take, but at the end of the day, I sit on the fucking couch in South Carolina, and I don't have to deal with it. So
I don't
maybe
have a
I'm wrong.
problem with him saying it. I don't really think the content of what he said is too bad. I
No,
just
you got to ask. You got to hear the question too. All they're doing is putting his response out there to make it work.
I understand that, but I also just think it's sloppy, lazy, childish, like response from him. It isn't necessary. He
Can you
wasn't
read the
asked-
question? Can you read the question again?
He wasn't
Does-
able. He wasn't asked to compare the fan and the two things. He wasn't asked to
Right,
make
go
a
ahead.
comparison.
Quote, does losing to this team, does it sting more because of this rivalry and how much Bears fans want to win this game?
Right. He's not asked to compare the contribution to the disappointment level. He decided to.
No, but that
to
context
mention
is
that-
necessary.
He's
as
bringing
to
up the
why
fans'
he-
disappointment. He's like, it's more disappointing for us. We're the ones out here
Correct.
trying to bust our butt.
He decided to make a comparison that wasn't.
If anything, he's
necessary.
saying it's more important to me than to the fans. That's how serious I take
Right,
this
it
shit.
was sloppy.
But everybody got all offended.
Because it was the way he said it was
I
sloppy
agree.
and it
He's
felt
like
like a
a
shot.
23-year-old kid,
I
bro.
don't
Like,
care.
what the?
You know what?
fuck?
Like you want to sell Chipotle and Dunkin' Donuts and
Oh,
fucking
bro,
seafood
really?
water. You want to do all
Oh,
shit. Be better. Be
dude.
better, bro.
Be
You want to
better?
yell.
I
You want to
mean-
yell about like fucking. Hope they keep sleeping on me.
Grumpy
Keep that
old
same
man.
energy.
Look,
Just be
I think
smarter.
you can criticize a slight and say, okay, Justin
How
has to be
about-
smarter because you know the media is going to run with it and make it a
Looking
bigger
for
fucking deal than what it
anything.
is.
Yeah,
You
but
you
you-
are.
But
you
is
just
it really? But
you just
yes,
had a
fans-
horrible couple of games.
And
But you can choose
you're an
to
old
ignore
dude
that.
on fucking social media, and the social media shit that these 23-year-old players put out are meant for 23-year-old fucking people. And we're sitting here all cranky,
true.
why are they
Yeah,
doing that? Blah, blah, blah.
That's
Get off
true.
my blah, blah, blah.
Okay, fine. I just think he needs to be smarter, and he is smart.
Or maybe
He
we need to
just-
stay off
there's no-
social
there's
media
no
like we
reason
used to and just enjoy the game.
Listen, I don't.
But we
I'm not gonna
control our
I'm not
reaction
gonna be
to
like
it.
crazy ass David Kaplan and jump up on the table and act like a buffoon and talk about how he's they bought your sorry ass jersey and all. I mean, I'm not gonna be a fucking clown like
No,
Kaplan
That's
was.
670's
people.
better.
How dare you? We pay your salary and
Correct.
tickets and merchandise and this and that. And they want to feel included. But my whole
Right.
thing is, again, like you.
Yeah, you don't own the team because you bought a hat.
Correct. Thank you.
No, you do because you bought a certificate of ownership. As a Packer.
There it is.
No, you're right. But like if I go to McDonald's and buy a burger, it doesn't give me the right to tell the employees that how much pride they should take in their fucking job versus how proud I am to fucking eat this piece of shit you just gave me.
Boom.
Listen, it wasn't
Great
a
analogy.
the statement itself wasn't that bad. The way it came out, the timing of it, it's just dumb. It's like, don't do that. Oh my god, I stepped in shit. Well, you shouldn't have stepped there. Like, oh, the stove is hot. Don't touch it. Just don't be smarter. That's all. You didn't need this to.
I don't
to-
mind him answering the way
It's
he
an
feels to
honest,
honestly
direct
answer.
answer.
Yeah. Once you create,
And
once
maybe he
if,
doesn't give a fuck.
once
The
this
way-
explosion,
yeah, but the
this
way
shit
he
keeps
said
happening,
it-
we'll bitch that he's not talking at all.
Yeah.
The way he's and that's
Yeah.
coming. Believe me.
Excellent.
And I hope that he does truly like being challenged, and I truly hope he likes the pressure because it is going to be on him. Like it's unfair because we were all buckled up for a developmental season, but we are pinning a lot of our hopefulness for the future on his development, and right now his development is in an absolute shitstorm of garbage. It's not good. It's really bad right now,
And it hurts his development when your draft picks were guys that were young and not producing on the other side of the ball, like Jared brought up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when the quarterback is affected because now other things are slacking. He's not going to get the opportunities he should be getting.
It's
Well
just
said.
bad. It's a combination. It's not just him playing bad. It's not just him not getting protected. It's
No,
not
the
just him
team's playing
having
bad.
no confidence. It's not just the play calling. It's not the play caller's confidence in him. It's every bit of those things, and they're all conspiring against him right now. My point is, he did not need to add fuel to this raging inferno of doubt by throwing that little barb in there. He just should be fucking smarter and know. It's like you already had the Michigan Ohio State pressers for how long? You just say, yes, it's an important rivalry. We're very disappointed. End of quote.
You done,
You don't have to get all editorialized, and he opened himself up for this bullshit by editorializing the answer.
It's such drama, bro.
You done plenty of
Whatever. I
stuff.
don't think it was that big of a deal.
I guess that's my big thing is you control your own reaction to it. So you don't
Yep.
have like at the end of the day, is it really impacting you?
No.
He
Putting this
listen,
under
he
a
likes
microscope.
Wait, hold on. Time. My shades to Larry Bourne for being on roller skates the whole fucking game. Okay, now
Yeah.
continue.
Larry
There, I
Bourne
got my
Larry
shade in.
Bourne is who we
elaborate,
thought he
Jared.
was.
What
He's on
did Larry
fucking roller
Bourne
skates.
did not do? Okay, so he had a
He
rough
got
game.
pushed back like a bitch.
They threw Rashawn Gary out on the edge, and it was like,
Oh,
whoop.
all that shit talk we had about that Gary pick, huh?
Oh, I know.
Jared, would you say he was the worst of the five last night?
Boy, it's a toss up between him and
Mustafer.
Mustafer
I was going to
bad.
say, yeah.
But you know,
I
on
was
that
gonna throw
play,
shit at Mustafer.
that Mustafer got blown up on. I didn't even notice.
It was
until
an arm
PA
over,
and he
was like, "Look at Patrick next to him."
Patrick got rocked.
Oh God, both of them did.
They both got like simultaneously rocked. And Fields hung in there and actually threw the ball. It wasn't very accurate. If his ball placement had been better, we'd be talking about how he hung in and made a quick pass. And that was like the kind of pass that we've been looking for. It wasn't a slant so much as like an underneath route. But you know,
If I had told you guys in May that Braxton Jones would be our best offensive lineman to start the season, your reaction would have been,
Holy shit.
we're in trouble.
I still say Cody played well, too.
I guess.
I mean, all things considered.
It's just so hard. Like I have such a hard time separating success.
Oh,
and
no,
run
I know.
blocking.
I know. I get you.
It's just it's just
When they needed,
counterintuitive.
when they needed it, they went left.
I
they
like
left a lot.
you know, like what was the and he dropped the snap, and then they did have some good rhythm going when Ryan Griffin had that false start, and what was the other false start? I don't remember who it
Byron
was on.
Pringle.
yeah, Byron Pringle.
God, those were awful. Those were terrible false starts. My God. Oh, they were so bad. Fuck.
Drive killers.
They
The
were
thing
just
that we were
brutal.
praising them for last week, one penalty. Granted, that's
That
how it was
was
going
the
to
most-
continue. But it
Byron
was just such a
Pringle
drastic
ain't
difference.
shit, bro. Byron Pringle ain't shit. He doesn't. What the fuck is he out there for? Why is he on my screen? Give me Daz Newsome.
Oh my
Fuck.
God! Listen to you.
Give
Why
me
is Byron
Tajay
Pringle
Sharp.
on
That's
my
when it all
screen?
went downhill. Tajay
You
Sharp
haven't
going
even bought
down.
you haven't even bought anything for this team this year. Your screen, your field, your team.
You're
Knock it
right,
off.
because I won't. You're sitting there with that Jinx jersey back there, the big Jinx.
Who, me?
Wow,
Oh,
bro.
Yeah,
That's
the
fucked
sign
up.
That's
jersey.
a low blow, man.
That's
The
fucked
big
up.
That's a
Jinxer.
low blow.
The Goocher.
You're a douche, bro. I'm gonna
That's
throw
a-
shit at you for not letting me get the fuck to bed here and running this shit an hour and 33 minutes. You fuck.
Yeah, we still got to pick the Texans game.
Fucking calling me a jinxer. Fuck out of here, bro.
Told you not to buy that fucking jersey, didn't I? I did. I told you not to buy any fucking signed jerseys.
She's so pretty though. His signature
Hey,
is so
we got-
fucking.
that was a solid ass deal that he got, man. It was a really good deal.
That signature is fucking money, bro.
Can he
I
come-
want him to work out
can he
so
come-
bad. You know, dude,
It's a good sentiment.
he was my guy that they drafted though for once, man.
Biscuits.
This is the dude I no Fields, bro.
Can he recover from this?
Yes.
Fields.
Who, did he or just
Biscuits. Biscuits. Can Fields recover from this?
Damn!
This
I get like 2 minutes to talk. Go ahead, Biscuits.
Yeah, absolutely. He can recover from
Jigger,
it.
can he recover from this?
I
You
don't
already
know.
know that answer.
Diddy, can he recover from this?
Can is not the word. Will is the word.
He will recover from
He
this.
will
You're
recover
calling your
from this.
shot. You don't
Hell
even
yeah.
believe it, bro. You're
Let's
smirking.
go!
Let's fucking go!
You,
baby!
you can't even finish. That was so. Oh my god, you're lying through your fucking teeth.
Just like that.
Oh
Did he brought
lord.
me back?
Should have watched the IU tape,
Speaking
boys.
into existence, boys.
I fucking
JF1, baby. Let's go. Get on this train now. Don't be fucking hopping on after.
no.
You heard it
Jared
here first.
answered. Don't go back.
Ooh.
Jared answered. It is
Over under
You'll
a
thank him
passing
by the end
yard.
of the year.
Over under passing yards versus the Texans. I'll set it at 175.
under.
Over.
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 I say he's gonna be like 150.
175. Going once.
205.
Texans.
205. So you're taking the over. I will take the under.
I was sort of thinking like 200, 205 as well, actually.
I like that.
Yeah. I think he's going to bounce back this week.
I hope so.
I mean,
I think so.
We need him to. So I'm hoping for it.
I can't believe. What if they had this offensive performance in nice weather?
Bro, you know the crazy thing is we're only talking 205. It's not like we're asking for the fucking world.
For real.
Like
That's true.
The bar
I
is
set it at
so
175.
I mean,
said
he
it
did it
so
last
low.
year, what, 2 or 3 times?
he did it last year.
Passed over 200 2 or 3 times, I think.
So Matt Ryan against the Colts threw for 352 yards, 1
Matt Ryan
TD and
against
1
the Colts.
interception. Yes, sorry, against the Texans. The Colts in the first
Yeah, I
game
remember
against they threw. It was an overtime game, so the stats are a little inflated. But
Oh,
Taylor
sorry, I'm talking about Josh's comment. I do agree with that.
Taylor
Really
ran
random, but I
for
do agree with
151 on 31 carries. Pittman had 9 catches for 100. They should be able to do something against this Texans team, I think. So
They held Denver down pretty good.
that. Denver doesn't
Yeah.
look right.
No,
Denver doesn't
Denver's-
Well, I don't
Denver's
think
right.
Russell's all that anymore.
Man, I think that's been one of the most disappointing teams.
their
to
coach
start the
sucks.
season.
Hackett is terrible. Like he's really bad.
We got his backup here and running our offense. So
Yeah. Wilson 14 for 31 for 219 yards, 1 TD and 1 pick.
Hackett
Well, they
was
did-
known for bad decision making on his offenses. Though Buffalo couldn't stand him.
Denver did run the ball well against the Texans.
Yeah.
I mean, Davis Mills this past week was 19 for 38 for
Yeah, he played
177 yards. No
He
pick.
played-
I mean,
He played bad.
that's better. That would be an improvement.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
But his first week, 23 for 37, 240 yards and 2 touchdowns.
There we go. Turn the beat up in my headphones.
Is
Oh,
Eberflus bad? Josh asks. The question
Too
again, if
early.
you just tuned in, is
Too early.
not is Eberflus bad? Is John Fox wearing an Eberflus mask bad?
So, how long have we been fans here? Just to throw this out there.
No, and yet he says one more bad offensive game gets you fired. No. 3 games.
Oh my God! No way! Are you kidding me?
No,
Like
we're
that,
not
like-
Detroit. We're not Cleveland.
Not by no one would do that. They'll go to the next quarterback.
I've seen Washington do that a couple of times in my life, but we're not that.
In the third game, after
Yeah,
the
dude.
third game,
Washington's done some questionable things under Dan Snyder. Let's be real.
I don't think that I want.
But
you
that's
to
not
look that
happening.
up. I want you
That's
to look that up and tell me where that actually happened. I think you are not right now, but at some point you better look that shit up.
No,
We
we're
gotta wrap
pausing this
thing up.
podcast and we're not going anywhere until we answer
No.
the question. I'm joking.
They fired offensive coaches. before early in the season? The Bears have
Bears?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
other teams.
Oh,
He
yeah.
says other
Dude, yeah,
teams.
the
Yes,
Washington,
of
I
course.
remember doing it distinctively.
You can't do that now to this kid.
Yeah,
Good
we
Lord.
promote-
No, hell no, you can't do that.
We don't. The Bears don't fire bad coordinators. They
No.
promote them.
But we were just talking about kind of giving Getsy some credit last week. Yes, the first half was brutally bad, but he comes back out and they have a great second half. They rebound. Overall, in your first game with a young quarterback, limited weapons, I thought week 1, he made the best of it. Week 2, the game plan going in, I completely agree with. In-game
Okay.
adjustments is where he
Game 3, score predictions. Who you got?
Oh, by the way, I'm going to give last week to AA because he predicted Packers 28, Bears 13.
What about me? What did I pick?
It's not about you, bro. I just
Well,
said
Pack-
he won
what,
it.
what was,
Yeah.
what was my prediction though?
I scratched
Packers-
it out. It wasn't even. It was stupid. 24.
What the? I'm pretty sure I was close, 24-13.
You were,
Stupid.
you were 24 to 16.
That's terrible.
I was close.
Just kidding.
I gave him too many points.
It's just as good as mine.
That's why he wanted the touchdown to be a
No.
touchdown so bad.
Yours is better.
Thanks for getting me back on my followers. Anyway.
I had 27-14. I just had it the wrong way.
Oh my God! You!
I can't believe you and Jared
You,
picked
you,
them to
you
win.
jinxed him with the pick too.
So,
Well, here comes the
AA,
pick.
want to know?
Mercury's in retrograde.
Who
All right,
won the
the
first
score prediction: Bears 16, Houston Texans 14.
Oh, I
Bears
don't want
win.
to watch 3 hours of that.
Oh, it's gonna be brutal, brother.
It was only, the nice thing about the game was actually relatively short since we ran the ball a lot. So there's that. Bears
Didn't feel short.
20,
That's what she said. Pause.
Texans 21. Bears lose.
Oh God.
You pick us to beat the Packers, but pick us to lose to the Texans. What
Have
kind of
demoralizing loss.
This is where we live.
Going on?
We live on Payne Street.
Jared, did you inhale some beet juice before this pod?
Yeah.
Sickest beats.
That's also where my shade is at. To Indiana, the whole state.
So what do you got,
beet
Biscuits?
juice on their snow.
All right, Biscuits. What do you got for score?
I have Bears.
Nice.
All right, he froze up.
20.
Didn't.
I thought he froze up.
He did, but it wasn't from the computer.
Bears 20. Texans 17. We win.
that good
On the
green.
last 73-yard touchdown.
Yo,
The
do
little
that pose
hamster.
again.
The little hamster
Dante
inside
Pettis.
the wheel like fell asleep.
Do the pose again, AA. Let's get a good look at it.
It looked like he was in deep thought, though.
Well, I didn't-
no, it was definitely the internet lag.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
I
dude.
thought for a
Look
second.
at him. Look
I
at
was
him.
gonna give him 24 points, and then I'm like, "That's crazy. They're not gonna score 24 points." So I gotta go lower.
Oh,
Weeder is like sharpening his pencil and writing some Scud missiles right now.
Oh, Weeder is like, this is his time to shine, though. Like,
He's gonna write if they when they lose to Lovie Smith, Weeder is gonna be on the top of Hallis Hall with the 10 crack commandments, bro. Like he is gonna be just like
you know what, though? Honestly,
coming down.
the dude is talented. Like, even if we were playing well, he'd be good. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
he's just,
sure.
He's just
but
honest
I'm
as
just
shit.
saying, like, this is when he just becomes a fucking samurai of destruction.
Yeah.
Like, and starts just laying waste to people. Like
The
this
funny thing, he covered Duke.
acts that he
Didn't he
comes
cover
up
Duke
with.
basketball
Yes.
earlier in
Yes.
his career?
Yes.
He's
Oh, and
been
this is what
around
he said.
winning.
And this is a really interesting thing is that this is what he said is because about Eberflus downplaying the game. He said that he watched an NC State coach downplay the rivalry with North Carolina. It wasn't with Duke, but he downplayed those rivalries And he was like, it's just another game. They're all important. And that coach proceeded to like lose every fucking game against North Carolina and be gone in like 3 seasons. Like, he brought that up. He was like, it just reminds me of that. You know, like, you just don't act flip about stuff that's clearly important to a lot of people. And then it kind of leads you to, you know, sort of feel like, okay, well, Justin's sort of downplaying it too. When he got here, he was all about the Ohio State, Michigan shit, right? But Flus is not letting him do that. It's just an interesting way to go about it. That's all.
Or it's just a way to keep the team from feeling the pressure of it.
How'd that go?
There's
It's
PR
still
spin
Sunday
to
night.
all this.
It's
Yeah,
still
sure.
Sunday night.
You picked the score, did he?
I think it's going to be 21-10, our beloved Bears.
The faithful.
I'm the only one taking a Bears L, huh?
That's weird. I feel good about that. Bears are winning. I like that.
There you go.
Fade Jer is the move.
Pony
Jared,
pick
did you
'em.
take the 49ers or Bears week 1?
Fading Jer is the move.
I picked the Bears, I believe.
I don't remember.
No,
what
I didn't.
picked.
I picked the Niners. I picked
Well, you were
the Niners by
0-2. So
20.
yeah, this is a
I picked
good
the
omen.
Bears.
This is a
Did
good
I pick the
omen.
Bears? Check your notes.
You did.
I think I did pick the Bears.
I think I took the 49ers.
Fuck. Well, see, Fade Jer. Operation Fade Jer. This is the way we roll. Brought to you by FanDuel.
Jared took the 49ers?
I think I did.
Don't you have this in your notes? Why aren't you saving these notes, man?
PK says, Diddy, what the fuck is Double A talking about? If he had a nickel for every time he thought that, he would be rich. I mean, that's what Diddy mostly just sits there doing. Like, God damn it, he interrupted me again. And what the fuck is he talking about? That's probably
I gave up 45 minutes ago, bro.
number one thought. We know.
Oh, one more piece of shade to the Aces. You suck. That was the Suns championship. That was our championship.
I don't want to talk about that on top of this. I'm good.
We just went to WNBA land.
All right, boys.
Because I guarantee you, most people don't even know who the Aces are.
I looked it up. I'm like, damn, that's their name. That's
Yeah. I was like, oh, they're the Las Vegas Storm.
What is Rise?
It's a dispensary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get them as a sponsor, bro.
yeah.
We
man.
should. We should. Pa-pow, pa-pow, pa-pow. It's cool that it's Bears colors too.
Well, then then you hook yourself up with the free bomb. We don't even need to get paid. Just hook your AA up with it. Cartridge a month. We good.
All right. Anyway,
know
thanks
that.
for listening. I could definitely tell everybody to keep the faith, but do what you need to do to keep yourself going, because it's gonna be a long motherfucking season, and we knew that.
If you're in the Chicagoland area, I'd highly recommend Rise
Yes,
during the season.
out in Niles.
Get you some
It's like an Apple
THC goodies.
store. It's like a fucking Apple store in there. Go
Of
in
weed.
there. Yeah, it's fucking
Sounds delicious.
thebomb.com.
Can't get it up.
If you're in a
Going
legal
down
state,
the rise.
if you're in a legal state, get you some weed because it's gonna be that kind of season.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. Winter is coming, my friends.
But not this
Winter is
week.
coming.
We got this.
Oh,
that-
Lovey, that's it. Just another episode of the Tailgate Show.
The Justin Fields comeback tour begins this Sunday.
Sweet God.
The 1970s 11 attempts.
The loaves. The lovely, lovely loaves.
Unfolding the loaf. Thanks, everyone.